Hello, my name is Dr. Charles Muller, and I'd like to speak briefly about the books, some of the books written by Dr. Robert Pepper Gumphy. I've known Robert, as I call him, a number of years now, and he's written so many books. But his first book, about 6 or 7 years ago, he came to me with this particular one, The Call That Changed My Life. It's one that intrigues me the most, perhaps, because it tells the story of how he experienced a vision in Ghana when he was still very young. And the vision told him that one day he would be in Europe, meeting some friends on the streets of Europe. That was the vision that was in his mind. It led him to believe that God was calling him into some form of ministry in Europe. The Call That Changed My Life. And a great deal of courage. He put his hand to the plough, as it were, and under many difficulties made his way to Germany, where he became a medical doctor, taking on the challenge of learning a new language and experiencing the teaching of a message, spreading his Christian message through the medium of German, and coming to terms with his new career. Eventually he came to the UK. But this is the one that tells the initial story, the adventure. I can only call it an adventure because it is absolutely wonderful. The things he put up with, being beaten by the police of the East German police, which was absolutely amazing. He came through all these crises and triumphed eventually as a writer of so many wonderful Christian books. The one that I think intrigues me most is his book, Dr. Jesus, the Doctor Who Knows No Bounds. In it he talks about Jesus as a medical doctor, bearing in mind that Robert is himself a medical doctor. But Robert's method of curing diseases, of studying diseases, is very different from the way Jesus does it, which is instantaneously. But Robert takes disease by disease and describes how he does case histories first of all, and then does clinical studies before one can start administering a cure for diseases. Jesus, on the other hand, like the woman with the issue who simply touched his garment, almost unbeknown to him, he knew immediately, in fact, he felt that much strength going out of him, and instantly she was healed. There was Lazarus, who was raised from the dead in an instant. It's the power of the resurrection, which Robert shows works through faith. It's work today. Robert, as a doctor, uses both methods, traditional medical methods, but combined as a Christian doctor with faith. This, I think, is my favorite book. The other ones I might mention is Seeing God Through the Human Body. It's particularly valuable because it's written in answer to the atheism that's going about in this modern age. There's Dr. Dawkins, who wrote the well-known book about evolution. I think we could answer it as this is his answer to his book on atheism, showing there's there is a God who creates miracles, because the body itself is wondrously made and it is a miracle. There's no way the body evolved from some cell. It simply God created it because he creates by design. There's intelligence behind the creative power of God. I would recommend any of these books for anyone searching to know Jesus better. Dr. Robert Pepper Gumphy has in the meantime established a ministry called the Thank You Jesus Ministry. And although he's a medical doctor, and still practices as a medical doctor, his calling is really to be a servant of Jesus Christ. And it's my prayer that all those who get a copy of their book, of his books, whichever, will come to faith in Jesus and find healing one way or the other. Thank you, and God bless you.
For orders, visit www.thankyoujesusbooks.com, www.thankyoujesus.co.uk. or email info@thankyyoujesus.co.uk.